Barcelona have a new goal-scoring hero, and you can tell that he has already won the hearts of all the fans at the Spotify Camp Nou. The Catalan club acquired the services of Robert Lewandowski in the summer transfer window, and he has basically hit the ground running, scoring 8 goals in his first 5 appearances for the club, including a record-breaking hat-trick in his first Champions League appearance for Barcelona. We all already know Lewandowski to be a goal machine. That's not news at all. However, we can guarantee you that, in spite of how very famous he is, there are still some things you don't know about the Polish striker. Come along as we look at 10 things you didn't know about Robert Lewandowski. Number 1. He was a late bloomer. Unlike many of the world stars who dominate the world of football, Robert Lewandowski actually did not start out as a young sensation. The world didn't really know who Lewandowski was until he was well into his 20s. But that did not stop him from going on to take the world by storm, and now, he's a 2-time the best FIFA men's player. Inspiring story, isn't it? But it gets even more inspiring. Number 2. He was rejected by multiple clubs. Back before he secured a move to Borussia Dortmund in the German Bundesliga, Lewandowski was playing in Poland, and he was offered to a number of clubs across Europe's top 5 leagues, but he was rejected over and over again. Honestly, looking at him right now, it's crazy to think that Lewandowski was once rejected by any football club at all. But it would still have been a little understandable if he was rejected by clubs like Real Madrid, Chelsea, and Manchester United, but no. Robert Lewandowski was rejected by much smaller clubs. No disrespect to these clubs, by the way. Sporting Gijón, who currently play in the Spanish second tier, rejected the Polish marksman in 2008. Genoa, who currently play in the second tier of Italian football, rejected the centre-forward in 2010. We don't even need to confirm, we just know that, even more than a decade later, these clubs are still kicking themselves for saying no to a player who would turn out to be an absolute football legend. Anyway, to complete the second division trifecta, he also very nearly joined a club which currently competes in the second tier of English football, but that's an even more interesting story. Number 3. His move to Blackburn was stopped by a volcano. We've heard of transfers being ruined by many different factors. There has been the story of the cowboy boots, the infamous broken fax machine, an STI, and you just have to say that a volcano ruining a transfer move is up there on the list of crazy reasons why transfers didn't happen. But how did a volcano stop Lewandowski from moving to the Premier League? So, Sam Allardyce, who was coach of Blackburn at the time, indicated that he wanted Lewandowski, so he went all out to get him with the backing of the club. Oh, by the way, Blackburn Rovers were playing in the Premier League at the time. Big Sam had done the job of convincing the Polish striker to make the move from Poland to England, and Lewandowski was actually interested in moving. So, he and his team scheduled a flight to England to check out the stadium and facilities, but more importantly, to meet Big Sam and some of the staff and clear up the final few details of the proposed deal. But on the day the flight was supposed to take off, there were volcanic ash clouds which had been caused by an eruption. Because of that, all flights to and from the UK were suspended. As Lewandowski was unable to make the trip, the entire negotiations crashed, and he ended up signing a 4-year contract with Borussia Dortmund just weeks later. Well, the Barca man must surely look back at that volcano as a huge blessing in disguise, because can anyone realistically see Lewandowski moving to Bayern and then Barcelona from Blackburn Rovers? Number 4. He is from a sporting family. Lewandowski's superior sporting abilities apparently come from both hard work and genes. His father played professional football back in his day and was also a national judo champion. His mother played professional volleyball, and his sister followed in her footsteps and currently represents Poland in volleyball competitions. So, is it so crazy that the wife Lewandowski chose for himself is also a sportsperson? Anna Lewandowska is a martial artist, and she even won bronze at the Karate World Cup back in 2009. It would be very interesting to see what sport his own kids end up playing professionally. But at this rate, it is almost certain that they will be athletes. Before we go on to number 5, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. And also, let us know in the comments which player you would like to see in our next video. Anyways, moving on to number 5. He needed some nepotism to get into professional football. Lewandowski's talent and abilities are never in doubt, but even he needed a little bit of nepotism to get into the world of professional football. He joined Partizan Leszno in 1996 and played there for a year as an unregistered player before he was discovered by MKS Varsovia Warsaw. But here's the thing many people don't know. Lewandowski's mother is a former vice president of Partizan Leszno. Now, we can't categorically tell you that she had a hand in her son getting into the team, but come on. Anyway, even if there might have been a little nepotism at the start, you have to say he has worked for every single thing he has achieved since then. Number 6. Story behind his name. Lewandowski is a Polish man with an English first name. Ever wondered how that happened? Well, here's the story. Lewandowski's dad knew right from time that his son was going to be a big star who would go on to conquer Europe, so in order to aid his little boy's career, he decided to give him a name that would be easy to pronounce in other parts of Europe. That's how he decided upon Robert. And you have to say that that has helped a bit because Robert Lewandowski is surely much easier to pronounce than Krzysztof Lewandowski. And you can say that the Barcelona man borrowed a leaf from his dad's book because he has gone on to name his own kids Clara and Laura. Number 7. He eats desserts first. If you need some evidence to fuel your conspiracy theory that Robert Lewandowski is not human, you have one right here. Every normal human being eats appetizers, then the main course, then desserts. But Lewandowski always goes desserts first, main course, then ends with the starter. Quite paradoxical, isn't it? Well, this reverse eating pattern was inspired by his wife. Apparently, eating the sweet foods first means they don't mix with the proteins and starch from the main course, and that helps for quicker digestion and consequently, a fitter body. Number 8. He is a bachelor's degree holder. Many footballers don't bother with going to college or uni after making it big on the pitch. And that's fair. Why further your education when you know you won't ever have to go job hunting? Well, Lewandowski thinks differently. In 2017, while he was at the top of his game at Bayern, he completed his bachelor's degree program in coaching and management. No points for guessing what Lewandowski might end up doing after he hangs his boots. So, while you might argue whether or not he's the best striker of his generation, you have to say that he's clear as the most educated one. Number 9. He has met the Pope. Lewandowski is a Catholic. Not just a Catholic, though. A practicing Catholic who does not joke with his faith. He got married to Anna in a Catholic church back in Poland, Church of the Annunciation of the Blessed Virgin Mary. And to cap it all up, he has lived the dream of many practicing Catholics around the world. He met the Pope after he and his Bayern teammates destroyed Roma in a Champions League game back in 2014. They stopped by at Vatican City where Lewandowski got to have a one-on-one with Pope Francis. Number 10. New record. Robert Lewandowski just keeps breaking records every day, and in fact, it is getting hard to keep up. In his first European appearance for Barcelona, the Poland captain scored a hat-trick against Victoria Plzeň, and that made him the first player in history to score a hat-trick for 3 different clubs in the UEFA Champions League. He has not even played up to 10 games for Barcelona and he's already breaking records. Wow, we're really in for one hell of a ride this season, aren't we? Anyway, do you think that Barcelona can go on to win the Champions League again with Lewandowski now leading their attack? Let us know what you think in the comments. We'll see you soon. That's all from Hattrick for now.